What's up, people? Thoughts to Reality. We are back with another video. So I'm headed to work. I thought this would be a great opportunity to share something special with each and every one of you out there. If you watched my last video, then you know a lot of the things that are transpiring in my life. Tomorrow, I am moving into my home, and I'm very, very excited about that. So I'm going to be showing, what it looks like and all of that good stuff. I'll give you all a little tour and show you what my office is going to be, where the majority of my videos are going to be made. So don't get it twisted. We'll still make videos in the car because the car is the studio. Don't get it twisted. But in this video, I could not help but share an experience that I had last night with a conversation with my oldest son. So my oldest son is 18, and he graduates 1 month from today. Very, very proud of him. A's and B's, high GPA, just an amazing student, amazing son all around. But we had a great conversation last night. I feel that it's very important for fathers to have deep conversations with their children. Look, my mother told me before I even had kids, actually when she found out I was about to have my first son, she said, son, it's not about you anymore. It's not about her. It's about this kid now. So don't be the man that just goes to work and comes home and pays the bills. And the second piece of advice she told me was, there's nothing worse than than your child calling another man dad. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. So these are my kids. They're going to call me dad, and that's just that. But I've always kept these thoughts in my mind, when the time came, when they became of age. So as I was talking to him last night, it just reminded me, no matter how busy I am, I need to make time to sit and talk to my son. I need to make sure that, he's good, make sure that, I'm doing my part. Does he have any questions, etc.? And we sat and we talked about a lot of different subjects. But I'm going to share with you the one topic that we talked about that I feel that we all can relate to as just people in general. And that is friends. A couple of years ago, in the same exact place, my son asked me, he said, Dad, why does it seem like I'm having a hard time fitting in with people? Why does it seem like I can't find people that are like me? And why? And then I just kind of told him, I'm like, look, son, when I was in school, I didn't have a ton of friends. I didn't have a really, really big circle. I wasn't super popular. I just had a core group of individuals in my life that we had the same interests, and we didn't live that far from each other, and that was just that. So I gave him that piece of advice about 2 years ago, and now he has about 7 friends that are somewhat interested in the things that he's interested in and stuff like that. But we talked about that, and I wanted to bring it up in this video because we can apply that to our lives. Like, you don't need a whole lot of friends. Like, the more people that are in your life, the bigger your problems are going to be, because there's going to be a snake somewhere in the grass. And I understand that there's a lot of people who are people, and they just love to be around individuals. You got to be careful who you let into your life. There might be somebody out there. Listen, there are literally people in this world who look for individuals to prey on. There are people in this world who have made careers out of scamming people, out of just stealing from people, by gaining their trust, by gaining, access to the things in which people have given them because they trusted them. They do that, and they put the knife in your back. So you gotta be careful with who you choose to let into your life, all right? Keep the circle as small as possible. Like, I can count on one hand how many friends I have. And we don't even hang out like that all the time. We check on each other, we talk. If we need each other, we know when we just pick up a phone. Just pick up the phone, and then we're there, all right? And it's just as simple as that. So I told him the same thing, like, you don't need a whole bunch of people, and now he realizes that, he understands that. I was teaching him about the value of friendship, how you have to invest in your friendship. There was a girl that he's friends with through a mutual friend, and he was saying she doesn't really give him the same type of acknowledgement as that she gives the mutual friend. So I told him, have you invested in this friendship with her? You know, what level are y'all on? Because if you're not on the same level as your other friend and her, then she's not going to treat you the same. So I took that as a lesson as well, to teach people, like, look, if you want to be close to somebody, you got to invest in the relationship. You got to invest in the friendship. You have to spend time with them. You got to check on them. You got to let them know that, hey, I'm really your friend. I'm here if you truly need me. Pick up the phone if you truly need me. If you need something that I got, then just say it. You know, don't just be one of those people, if you need me, call me. Like, no, mean it. Mean it. You know, don't just say it, because some people sound, they really, really cliche with it, and they just don't mean it. So, but, you know, I told him that, and again, that's something that we can talk about as well, because a lot of times we'll think that the people that we call friends in our life are being brand new and they don't care about us, they don't check on us. What, do you check on them? Do you call them? Do you text them? Do you remember special occasions for them? Like, you got to remember, it's a two-way street with friendship. It can't just be about you, it's about them as well. Now, if you are a person that does that, you know, you reach out, you text, you call, you try to go out of your way, and it feels one-sided, then that's when I would start kind of assessing the situation, like, are we really friends, or are you trying to take advantage of me, or are you trying to get something from me? And then you may just have to cut that off. Like, that's another thing. Like, we got to learn when friendships expire, because not all friendships are a lifetime. Some friendships are for a season, to usher us into another part of life, to usher us to the next level, and then that has to cease, that has to dissolve. And then at some point you find other people that can take you even further, and then, you know, not just being a taker, but also seeing where you can give as well, like giving your talents and giving your time to help elevate them. Because like I said, all friendships don't last forever. Some of them do, and then but most of them don't, unfortunately. So we have to read between the lines. Like, I think this friendship has expired. We're just going to go ahead and cut ties. No hard feelings. You've grown. We've outgrown each other. And that's okay. That's all right. You know, and because you'll stay in friendships that are dead and have long expired, and then begin to get angry and resentful because they don't call you anymore. They don't visit anymore. Well, it's not a priority anymore. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay. But, you know, I speak for myself. I have such a big heart, and I try not to take things personal. But when things like that occur, it does hurt. But I'm not a fool either. Like, I will let go of anybody if I have to, you know, because I never want to try to find myself in a place of bitterness. I never want to try to find myself in a place of anger. I don't want to be mad at nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, and we shouldn't let things get to that point. But yeah, I just wanted to make a short video here and share with everybody, you know, just the conversation me and him had about friendship and investing in your friendship. Because again, the gift of friendship can take us to the next level. It really can. Friends are not just drinking buddies. Friends are not people that you just go to the club with. Friends are not sweating. I just took a shower and shaved. And I stay in Florida, don't forget humidity. They're not just people you go to the club with. They're just not people that you just, we're just gonna hang and watch football. No. Friends are people that can pour into you, that can help build you up, that can pull that potential out of you, that can envision for you and see things in you that you may not be able to see for yourself. And you can do the same for them. That is like the true value and the meaning of friendship. So analyze your circle. Look at the people that are in your lives. And if you don't have those type of people that are in your life, then maybe it's time that you get those people into your life. Sometimes they'll come to you, sometimes you got to go look for them. I'm the type of person that if I will look at a person, I will see a person, I'll watch a person's actions, I'll listen to their words, and I will determine, like, is this somebody that I want to get closer to? Is this somebody I want to get to know? Do they know something that I am interested in knowing? Like, these are the things I look to learn. And then I will take my attributes and my talents and try to show them what it is I know. And that's real friendship, folks. Like, I'm not saying that you can't go out with your friends and party sometimes and whatever, do hobbies. You can do all of that, but if that's the only thing that you do, then what is this? What are we really doing here? Like, we're not getting anywhere in life. Like, and I don't know about you, I would hope, but I'm trying to go far in life. I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to get somewhere. And I would think that a lot of us out here would be trying to get somewhere, because being in the same place too long is not good. You get stagnated, you get stale, you don't get anywhere. So, yeah. But all right, folks. So, like I said, tomorrow we're going to begin moving into our house. From Wednesday to Saturday. All the big stuff is going to be going in on Saturday. The beds, dressers, the big stuff, of course. And I can't wait to share that with all of you all. Like I said, the next time I make a full-length video, it will be from the house. I'll probably put up some posts or maybe some shorts and stuff like that. But I am like so ready to get back to doing what I love to do, which is creating content. I just really needed that season of separation. I needed that season of just not doing anything extra, so I can focus on just working as hard as I can, focus on the opportunities so I don't miss any opportunities, because when you do a lot of the things that I do, I'm the type of person that does a lot of stuff, you miss out on opportunities. You don't see things, you don't hear things, because you're trying to do so much at once. And what I have been trying to do since February is cut out the white noise and everything that I just did not feel like would benefit me. And I did not feel like making YouTube videos was a priority. I didn't feel like it was benefiting me at the time. I just didn't feel like it was something I needed to be doing. But again, we're going to be coming back to making content in the month of May, and we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it going. I am thinking about changing the name of this channel. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Or we may just keep it. Maybe I'll put like a post out there for you all to like look at. And to kind of just see what direction I want to go in, because I'm really wanting to either get into the territory of just really creating informative content. Do more stuff with my wife. Me and my wife have started a business together, merging with one another, building off of each other, of course. She's got her business, I got mine, but we have started something, an establishment within ourselves, and it would be great to be able to have a place to create content, to share that with all of you out there, because again, you get one chance in this life to be impactful. And you want to try to make the most of it, people. You don't want to waste your life. That's one piece of advice I would give you. Don't waste your life. Some of you got talent and you're sitting on your hands right now. Some of you, God has blessed you with an anointing and you're not walking in it right now. You're just going to work, and that's it. Like, a lot of people have tied their purpose with going to work. That's not purpose. That's what you do to pay the bills. A lot of you are feeling unfulfilled right now. This, you know what? Let me stop. That's a whole nother topic for another video. We're going to save that one. But everybody, God bless you all. Once again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for your patience. We will continue to make videos going into the month of May, like I said, when everything is settled. And I'll see you all later. Hopefully it wasn't too much noise going on in the background. Like I said, my AC went out a little bit before last winter, so we were good through the winter. So now it's time to go and get this thing fixed, because Florida heat don't play. All right, y'all. Much love. Peace.